Keynote Fun Team Morning Shape the Mindset every morning is a blank page in your story. How you begin it defines the rhythm of your entire day. If your first thoughts are of gratitude, power, and purpose, you walk through the day like you already own it. But if you wake up complaining, doubting, or scrolling, you give your peace away before you even rise. The morning is not just the start of your day, it's the foundation of your focus, your discipline, your destiny. Keynote 20, the power of what you hear. The first voice you listen to every morning matters. Is it the voice of fear or faith, noise or wisdom? Because what enters your ears early in the morning sinks deep into your soul. You must feed your spirit with truth, not trash. You must listen to words that lift you, not those that limit you. Protect your mornings like sacred ground, because that's where your mind learns to fight or to fold. Keynote 30, speak life before the world speaks doubt. Before the world tries to define you, remind yourself who you are. Before people tell you what you can't do, speak what you will do. Every morning, stand in front of that mirror and declare it. I am strong. I am focused. I am chosen. Because if you don't speak life into your day, the world will speak doubt into your dreams. What you say in the morning becomes the prophecy of your day. Keynote 40, morning discipline creates daily greatness. Greatness doesn't happen at noon. It starts before sunrise. The ones who change their lives are the ones who train their habits before the sun touches the sky. Wake up with discipline. Pray, plan, prepare. The morning isn't a time to react, it's a time to build. Every day you rise early, you rise higher. Every time you master your morning, you master your mission. Keynote 50. Listen to your inner voice. There's a voice inside you that knows what you're meant for, but it's quiet. You only hear it when the world is still, when your heart is open. Every morning, take a moment to listen. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. The whispers of your purpose are louder than the noise of the world if you just pause long enough to hear them. Listen every morning, because that's when clarity speaks. Keynote 20. Morning shape the mindset. Every morning is a chance to start over, a reset button that life gives you before the world wakes up. When the alarm goes off, you're not just waking your body, you're waking your purpose. The way you begin determines everything that follows. If you start with gratitude, you walk into the day with peace. If you start with focus, you move through chaos like it's just noise. But if you start with doubt, you give your power away before you even open your eyes. Mornings are sacred, they set the temperature of your soul. Some people rush through them, chasing the world before centering themselves, and that's why they feel lost before noon. You have to learn to slow down, to breathe, to remind yourself that today is a gift. You control the tone of your story. Every sunrise whispers one truth. You get another chance. So don't waste it scrolling through someone else's life or worrying about what went wrong yesterday. Set your mindset like armor before stepping into battle. You decide how your day will feel. You decide how your heart will move. You decide how your story will sound, one morning at a time. Keynote 20. The power of what you hear, what you listen to when you first wake up can either build you or break you. The world is filled with noise, negativity, doubt, fear, distraction. It waits for you the second you open your eyes. That's why the morning is a war zone for your mind. The voices you let in are the ones that shape your belief system. If you start your day listening to chaos, your spirit starts to crumble before the day even begins. But if you feed your mind with words of strength, truth, and light, you create a foundation that cannot be shaken. What you hear early in the morning becomes the soundtrack of your entire day. So be intentional with your input. Listen to messages that lift you, not gossip that drains you. Listen to music that moves your soul, not noise that numbs it. You are the gatekeeper of your peace. Protect it, guard it, build it. Because when the first words you hear are powerful, they echo through your actions, your energy, your decisions. Every great day begins with what you choose to listen to, and every strong mind begins with silence, discipline, and truth. Keynote 30, speak life before the world speaks doubt. Before the world has a chance to define you, you must define yourself. When you wake up, there's a moment, quiet, powerful, where your words become your reality. What you say out loud in the morning sets the direction for your day. You can speak fear or you can speak faith. You can speak excuses or you can speak excellence. Every morning, look yourself in the mirror and remind your reflection who you are. Tell yourself you're capable, you're chosen, you're built for this. Because if you don't speak life, the world will fill your silence with doubt. Words are seeds, and the morning is fertile ground. What you plant early will grow throughout your day. So plant strength, Plant purpose. Plant vision. Don't wait for motivation to find you. Speak it into existence. Every affirmation you make in the morning is a declaration of war against the lies the world tries to sell you. And when your words are rooted in belief, you walk differently, you think differently, you move differently. Speak life every morning until your reality starts to sound like your faith. Keynote 40. Morning discipline creates daily greatness. Discipline is the difference between those who dream and those who do. The ones who rise before the sun aren't lucky. They're locked in. They understand that the world belongs to those who prepare before it wakes. The quiet hours of the morning are when greatness is built. No distractions, no noise, no opinions, just focus. The morning is not a time to react, it's a time to construct. When you build a habit of rising early, planning your day, and committing to consistency, you start to win before anyone else even starts. The power isn't in the alarm clock, it's in your decision to answer it. Every push-up, every prayer, every journal entry, every act of self-discipline before sunrise becomes the foundation of something powerful. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. Morning discipline rewires your brain to choose progress over comfort. It teaches your mind to obey your purpose, not your mood. Every single day you rise with intention, you build momentum. That momentum becomes strength. That strength becomes identity. And that identity becomes greatness, forged in the stillness of early hours when no one's watching. Keynote 50. Listen to your inner voice. There's a voice within you that knows what you're meant for, but it whispers and never shouts. The world outside is loud, full of opinions, expectations, and noise that tries to drown it out. That's why you need mornings. When the world is still and your mind is clear, that inner voice becomes louder. It tells you what really matters. It reminds you of your dreams, your values, your direction. Too many people wake up and rush into the noise before they even hear themselves think. They listen to everything but their own soul. You have to pause, breathe, and connect with the silence. Because that silence holds truth. It's where clarity is born. Your inner voice doesn't need approval, it needs attention. And when you learn to listen every morning, you begin to align your actions with your purpose. That alignment brings peace, strength, and confidence. The more you listen, the stronger that voice becomes, guiding you through the noise of life, like a compass pointing toward destiny. Every morning, before the world gets loud, listen, not to the chaos around you, but to the calm within you. Every morning is more than a routine. It's a ritual of becoming. Each sunrise is an invitation to reset your mind, to command your spirit, to choose who you will be before the world tells you otherwise. When you rise with gratitude, when you feed your mind with truth, when you speak life into your day, when you discipline your habits, and when you listen to that quiet voice within, you begin to walk with purpose. You begin to move like you were made for something greater. The day no longer controls you, you control it. The world no longer defines you, you define yourself. Listen every morning, not just with your ears, but with your soul, because the person you become tomorrow starts with the choices you make today. In the silence of the morning, when no one's watching but destiny itself